to Here Without Growing, and today's episode is going to be all about what we are planting in the garden this year and where we get those seeds from. So it is a little late to be, for most people, if you're anything like me or any other flower farmer or market gardener, you have your seeds a long time ago or you've ordered them a long time ago, but I just wanted to share what we're growing out here at Horse Lake Ranch for this year for our 2023 subscriptions. We do a CSA every year, Community Supported Agriculture, where we have 20 people this year signed up for bouquets of flowers bi-weekly and 12 people signed up for veggies every 2 weeks as well. That's kind of our max for the veggies. That's all I want to do. 10 would be ideal, but 2 of them are my brother and my mother. So that's how I got 12 in there this year. But anyway, so we are doing 20 flowers, 12 veg, and I just want to go over where we get our seeds from and what we're going to be growing. So let's get to it. Today we're going to start with our flowers. We have plenty of flowers. I ordered most of them this year through Johnny's Seeds. That's out in the States. That's in Maine, actually. So, the States, Maine, whatever. Anyways, and that's where I got the majority of our seeds for flowers this year. Mostly because I panicked and I thought everybody was going to be sold out. Because when I went to look online, some of the ones I wanted were already sold out. So that's basically where we got most of them from. We do also get them from William Dam Seed Company and wherever else, like our local stores will pick up some different ones from there as well. Veggies is one of them. We also order too. That's a Canadian company. So anyways, let's get to it. All right, so to start off with, I'm just going to kind of blaze through everything fairly quickly. If you have any comments or any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. Ask away. This is going to be fairly quick because I don't want it to be too long and convoluted, but ask away. We'll go through it quickly and then you guys can have a good idea of what we're going to be planting. Then you know what you can watch for. So anyways, to start with, Dusty Miller. This is apparently a kind of Dusty Miller that will work as a cut flower. I've never grown it. Looking forward to growing that. That'll be lots of fun. We got stock. Stock I have planted. Behind me there's some and some in our little grow room. That's the spare room right now. That we got going. We have 2 different kinds of eucalyptus that are planted. We have Silver Dollar as well as Baby Blue Bouquet. The Baby Blue Bouquets already seem quite a bit smaller than the Silver Dollar, so we'll see how those go. One thing I want to add about the Johnny Seeds is they have really great information on the package. So they have their germination rates as well as a ton of really amazing information on the back that talks about how to grow what you're growing. Alrighty, on to the next thing. Larkspur, that's from last year. I won't be growing it again this year. It was really pretty, but I didn't totally love it. I'm starting status. I have that growing in the grow room. This one is Limonium. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyways, be interesting to see how that one grows. I've never grown that as well. No, sorry, that's not what it is. It's Seeker Blue. That's funny. Anyways, that's Seeker Blue. I don't know what I was reading it, but that's its Latin name. Anyhow, that's that one. Okay, the next up we have Cosmos, and we've got lots of different kinds of Cosmos. Cosmos aren't everybody's favorite cut flower. I like them. They aren't the greatest, but I love them. They're beautiful, and their greenery adds beautiful filler to the bouquets as well. So we've got white ones, we've got double click bicolor violets, we've got we've got mixed Casanovas, we've got the double whites, so we've got lots of different ones of those. We also have a lot of zinnias. I love zinnias. They are kind of your classic cut flower. That's kind of one of the ones I started with, just kind of by accident a couple years ago. So we have a few different kinds of that. We have Queenie Red Lime, which was one of my absolute favorite ones to grow. Senora, Benary's Giant, Lime. Anyways, then we've got Giant Dahlia ones. We've just got a few different ones of the zinnias. Those are great cut flowers. They're classic go-to for a bouquet. They have a long stem life and they do well. So the next up we have Snapdragons. I've got all kinds of different ones of those too, different colors, different kinds. Yeah, I have them started in the spare room behind me. So we've got, you know, the rocket mix, and we've Potomac early sunrise, more rockets, more mixes, the berry blend, butterfly, Madame Butterfly bronze. So we'll see how those go. I've got lots started, so that'll be lots of fun. Snapdragons are also a classic for the bouquets. Last year they didn't do super great for me last year, so I'm really excited to see if I can get them going a little bit better this year. Then we have the straw flower, which I actually have to get those planted actually this weekend. So I got to start some of those. I'm starting to run out of a little bit of room where to put all these plants, but straw flowers, I'll have to get them started. Not totally dire, because last year I planted them directly into the garden and I got them. They were a late flower to come, but I still got them. So that was kind of cool. Next up is our sunflowers, which I love, love, love. I loved them last year. I love them this year. And this year I ordered a ton of different ones because I'm going to succession plant them and I want to see them coming as long as I possibly can. So we've got, you know, Pro Cut Plum, William Dam. We have a Pro Cut Orange. They don't have a picture on the Johnny's seeds, so that's one of those things. But we've got a limoncello, yellow one. Anyways, we have many different kinds of sunflowers here. We've got white ones, purple, chocolat. That'll be tons of fun to see them all grow because they're beautiful. Pro Cut, those are the ones that don't leave pollen behind. So when you cut them, they don't leave a mess of pollen. So that's what that means. Then we have Gomfrina. I've never grown those. We have orange, we have white, and we have yellow. So we have those started as well. I wanted to start them last year, missed the ball on that, so we started them this year. Next up, we have Rudbeckia, which is this beautiful one. They're perennial, so that's pretty great. I'm going to be planting them kind of all over. If you can see behind me, I'm not sure if you can, but behind me there's some that look really big back there. Those are the Rudbeckia. On the back of this pack, it said plant 9 to 12 weeks before transplanting outdoors. I did that, and they're humongous. So next year, I will be planting them as early. That was crazy. Okay, we got Scabiosa. Sometimes it's hard to pronounce these things. I haven't started these yet, and I can still start them. Yep, Scabiosa. So I'll be planting those. I've never grown them before, but they're called Black Knight, and I think I picked them because of the color. It'll add some nice color into those bouquets. I have yarrow planted. That is a perennial. I do believe, yeah. And so I planted some last year, and it's this what's the term I'm looking for? Pastel color yarrow, and they're really, really pretty, and they add such a nice filler to the bouquets. I absolutely love them. Shocking. I have dianthus. Those are carnations. I haven't started them yet, but I need to. I'm a little late probably, but I'm gonna get them going here this weekend. I'll plant a few of them and get them started. Like, may as well. If I have to plant them out when they're a little bit small, who cares? Last year I planted so many things by seed. They came up, but they were late. But that meant I had flowers all the way until October, so that was awesome. Here we have echinacea. I have lots of that started, so that'll be good. I just think they're beautiful and they're purposeful, so great. Celosia. I have lots of it. I didn't start it. It needs to be started. I'm not starting it. I didn't love it last year, so I just don't have space for it, so it didn't make the cut. So I'm not doing it. We're zone 3B here. Celosia likes hot, and we get hot, but I think it'd do better down at my house down at the beach, where it's about 5 degrees warmer there every day. Anyways, next up we have asters. Last year my asters, which I grew, were these ones. The King Apricot, if you can see them there. That's what I grew last year, and they grew amazing, and I got really great feedback from the people that had bouquets, saying that they lasted unreal in their bouquets. So this year I have many of those seeds left over. I have a light blue. I've got more apricot. I got a tower yellow and tower blue as well. So I'm very excited to grow those because they were pretty dreamy. And then as they got bigger, they just like looked like this big puff ball. Super cool. I love those. I've got some lowlander ornamental grass that I plan to use as a filler. I also have this Ammi. That's fake false Queen Anne's lace. Queen Anne lace. And so I've got green mist, white dill, and Dara. The Dara is a kind of a purpley one. I've got a few of those because the green mist I grew last year, and it grew this beautiful, you know, kind of looks like dill, and or like when a carrot goes to seed, and it was gorgeous, made great filler, and also had like just these little flowers on it too. So it was perfect, and it was beautiful. Definitely worth growing if you're needing a filler. I recommend that one. It's beauty. Bell's Violet, grew them last year. Awesome. They're so cool. And they look so awesome when they're growing. Like, they are the coolest things to grow. And then when you cut them, you put them into your vase or whatever, they continue to grow long while they're in the vase. They don't get any more bells, but that's kind of cool. So I thought that was pretty awesome. I have lots of calendula seeds as well. I love like the look of calendula. To me, it didn't have a very great stem. And I don't know if it's because of where I grew it or if it needed to be growing with a net around it maybe. So maybe I'll try that this year, but the stems were kind of all wonky. But I do love calendula. I love all the different colors that there are. This is the Fruit Burst variety I got because they just have such pretty colors. So I'm going to plant them again, but hopefully they have better stems this year. They're also edible, which I love that. And then we have some Bupleurum, which is this one here, and it was a cute filler in my bouquets as well. I absolutely loved it. It has these leaves, and then it got these little bunches of yellow flowers, which is so awesome. Loved that. And now I just kind of have some like random seeds. I don't know if I'll get any of these planted. Some of them are, you know, whatever. Some of them are things I needed to start early but didn't. But here we have Nigella, and I grew that last year, and they grow these really cool pods on them. So I'm definitely planting those. Just planted them, direct seeded them. They grew amazing. Loved them. And then last but not least, one of my clients, she brought me back from the UK. That's where she's from, and she went there for a visit, and she brought me back these beautiful flowers. So I've got Cosmos, Wild Poppy, and Sweet Pea, and these come from Kew Royal Botanical Gardens. So how special is that? I'm so excited to plant them. What a wonderful gift. I've been gifted flowers, and let me tell you, that's straight to my heart. So that I love. Okay, so that's the flowers. If you have any questions, comments, want to know any more information about any of that, please feel free to drop a comment in the comment section, because I will get back to you in there 100%, and we can have a little chat about flowers or veggies, whatever. I'm just going to push those out of the way so we can get onto the veggies here. Okay, so veggies, that's kind of my like main staple thing that I've always grown in my whole life, and it's something that I totally love. This year I chose to grow a few different things that I've never grown before. I was feeling a little bit uninspired by the veg because the flowers totally took over my life last year. Like they're so beautiful. So anyways, I decided, Christy, you need to plant some different things this year as far as veggies go and be re-inspired. So I have a few new things that I'm growing, so I'm looking forward to that. So we'll get to those real quickly here. I guess we'll start off with our beets. I grow lots of beets. Everybody loves them. This year, one new thing I'm growing. So I've got, you know, your traditional, red ones, and then the orange ones, which my uncle totally loves. This year, which is new for me, is the avalanche, the white ones. So I'm excited to try those and grow those. I have grown the Chioggia beets in the past as well. Those are the ones that look like they're a little minty candy. I didn't love how they grew here last year, so I'm taking a year off from those. Next up, rutabagas. Those are new for me this year. I've never grown them. So again, if you have any hot tips on how to grow that, please send them my way. Also purple top, white globe turnips, never grown those, so that I'm very excited about as well. Kale in general, I have never grown kale, so I'm going to be growing a green kale, the Darkabor hybrid. Then we have the red Valance. That's a purpley one. And then as a gift, when I ordered some tomatillo seeds, I got this red Russian kale as well. That's from Heritage Harvest Seeds. Oh yeah, I guess so. I will make a mention here too. The majority of my vegetable seeds come from William Dam. That's a company out of Ontario in Canada here, I do believe. Yep. Dundas, Ontario, and I order most of my veggies from there. As you can see though, I could only find the tomatillo seeds from Heritage Harvest Seeds. They have them at these other places, Johnny's as well as William Dam, but they were both sold out when I was making my order, so that didn't really work out very good. I'm growing jalapeno peppers, green peppers. I have them started in the room, in the grow room. Oh yeah, so yeah, I'm growing the tomatillos, and I've got purple ones, and then there's also packed somewhere else. Purple ones and green ones. Yeah, I'm excited because they are Mexican style tomato, and they grow purple and green, and really, really looking forward to making some salsa with those. So then we have our corn. This is from last year still, Honey Select hybrid. Very sweet, delicious, grew great, except I grew some of them too close together, so they didn't produce as great as I thought they were going to. But because I always think, Krista, plant them closer together. Well, you cannot plant corn closer together. Mark told me, he's a farmer too, and he's like, you really have to follow the instructions. So I will follow this year. Next up, we have onions. I will grab some onion sets is what they're called, just to get a kickstart on them. I'll pick up some from like a local store. I just like to plant some of those to start. I have some Spanish onions started here at the house, but I also love to grow the bunching onions. So green ones and red ones. And the red ones are new to me this year, but I'm very excited about them. And I think it'll add a little color to the CSA as well. So that'll be great. Here we are. We have our squash, and I grow all kinds of different ones. This year I'm kind of keeping it basic. Last year I tried a few, but this year I'm just going to keep it kind of simple with the ones I generally like to grow, just because they're usually foolproof and they grow great. So what we have is our butternut squash. This is the zucchini romanesco, and it's whoopsie daisy. I love the way it looks. It's also got like a nice buttery kind of flavor to it, so I'm growing that for some zucchini. We have some spaghetti squash. We've got yellow zucchini. How beautiful. That's from West Coast Seed. Picked that up at the PV Mart. Pumpkins, we've got lots of those. I'm going to be somebody gave me a tip to plant the squash and the pumpkins in manure piles, and I'm going to be doing that this year. See how that works out. Yeah, I just got more spaghetti, more butternut, and more of the summer yellow squash zucchinis there. So those will be all good. Those are kind of my staple go-tos. I haven't successfully grown really great squash here at the farm yet. This is my 4th summer planting a garden. So the first year I probably didn't grow any of them here. But then, yeah, the last couple years I get some. I don't get a ton. So I got to figure that out. But I will this year. I'm on it. Then we have cucumbers. These are what we grow. National Pickling. That's our pickling cuke. I do lots of those. I've never had a problem with National Pickling. Regular slicers is the Market More. That's what I love. I've grown it for years. I absolutely love them. They grow well for me. They are open pollinated. You know, they take 65 days to come along. So, hey, wonderful. They work really great for us. Next up, we have beans, and you can never go wrong with beans. We always grow green and yellow beans. Bush beans is what I choose to grow because that's just what I've always grown. This year, I decided to grab some purple ones. I just grabbed these at the PV Mart, mostly because it'll add some color to our CSAs this year. Just add a little pizzazz. They'll just add some color, make things exciting a little bit. So Swiss chard, that's a great one. Chose the rainbow style because that also adds color, and it's awesome. Like, I love Swiss chard. It's a garden staple, I find, and it is delish. Okie dokie. We have celery, which, celery, which I have planted. Oh, right here. Some celery. I've got lots of it planted, actually, started because I love growing it. So I got that Solaric. I got seeds for it, but never started them, and they needed to be started a long time ago. So missed the boat on that one. No problem. All right, so this takes us to, I do have some purple eggplants. I don't even know if there's other colors, but I got eggplants started as well. I've got tomatoes started. I've got leeks started. Green peppers, jalapeno peppers. What else? I got all kinds of things started. And then last but not least is our herbs. Oh, I guess we have a bucket over there. We've got all kinds of herbs in this bucket. So, I mean, we've got fennel, we've got oregano, we've got basil, amaranth, Thai basil, caraway, dill, chamomile. I mean, we've got, you can name it, we probably have it. I love herbs, so I just throw them. I plant them by seed. I might start a couple early. A few of them I might have to. Whatever. We got that going on. That's that. In our last little bucket here, what we have is some random seeds of just things that I've grown in the past. We've got, and then we've got our carrots, and I grow all different colors of carrots. I've grow, you know, your orange ones, your red ones, your purple ones. Something I really loved about these ones, the Purple Haze Hybrid. Oop, let's see if I can show you guys. If you can see that, roasting them, they're super sweet and delicious. Like, it was kind of a nice little surprise. Carrots are in general, but that one was just like a little bit more, so good. So then we have parsnips, so I'll be growing those. I've grown them before. I didn't grow them last year, but I will be putting them back in on the roster. So then we have Easter egg hybrid radishes. These turned out so awesome for me last year, except I planted them all at once rather than succession planting them. I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but there were so many freaking radishes ready all at once. It was overwhelming. So this year I will definitely be planting one row a week for a while, and then that won't be so overwhelming. Okay, then we have Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, red cabbage, green, and cabbage. They're all kind of the same fam. I have to start some of them this week again. So I'm just going to get like trays. I'm going to put a bunch of seeds in them. And that's how I'm going to start them and get those going. Because they're cool season crop. They don't mind the cool. But they need to get going this weekend. Next up, we also have lettuce. So what I do for lettuce, I don't really do those market mixes. Mostly because I don't have a facility to like clean them, dry them, all that stuff. Those like leafy kinds of lettuces. So what I'm growing for lettuce is an iceberg and a romaine. Those are two that I find very, very easy for me to manage with the setup that I have. So I've grown both of these before. They were awesome. They worked out good for me. Coastal Store, organic romaine. And I don't pick organic for any other reason than that's what was available. I will confess that. Anyways, and then next up we have purple Vienna kohlrabies. And we also have our garden peas, which are an absolute staple for the garden. So that, in a nutshell, is what we are growing this year. It's a lot, and I'm really excited. And I somehow managed to get it all into the garden. I don't know how I do it, but I do. So that'll be very, very exciting. It is amazing how, you know, like even for instance, like bush beans. Well, you get this whole big thing of bean seeds. But like each plant produces so many beans, and yeah, to me it's just crazy. And I absolutely love the process of like putting a seed in the ground and watching it grow. It is the coolest thing ever. It is amazing to me. And I know this isn't something that people are that everybody's into, but watching stuff grow to me is an absolute passion of mine. Like absolute passion. And I just, even though I've been growing a garden for many, many, many years, I cannot believe how you can start with a tiny seed and then end up with just the most abundant, amazing, beautiful flowers, vegetables. I mean, even the crops we like grow. Oh, you know, to me, it's just absolutely amazing, and I just love it. So I'm super excited to share this journey with you guys, and that you guys are interested in the channel. So I'm going to leave it at that. I actually I want to show you quickly before I wrap it up our little ranch guest we have right now. So we'll head outside quickly and then we'll wrap it up.
So let's go check it out. We'll see if we can get it to feed. Sometimes I'm okay with the calves a bit because I'm patient, where Mark not so patient. So let's give her. She figured out her mouth. Look at your little tongue hanging out. So that's great. She drank her bottle. She's pumped. She's a happy one. She's a little heifer. What are you doing back there, BB? Oh, smash. A little tongue out everywhere now. Now you know what it does. Aww. It's my favorite. When there's little babies that we feed. Mark hates it. I love it. It's not great, but it's awesome.
Okay, guys, so that about wraps it up for today. Thank you for joining me. Please feel free to comment, to like, to subscribe, to share, ask questions, engage. I feel like this is where some really good conversation can come about with other fellow gardeners who are absolutely passionate about growing stuff as well. So like, subscribe, comment, share, tell all your friends. Yes, and hopefully you'll be along for the next video. So we'll see you next time. Have a great day. I'm Krista with Outgrown at Horse Lake Ranch.